What's going on, stackers? So in this video I'm going to share with you 3 easy and free methods to find niches for KDP. So, welcome back to StackinProfit. My name's Paddy, and over here we give you the tools and resources to learn, grow and master passive income streams so that you can live a life of freedom. Now, like I said in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 methods that you can use completely for free to find KDP low content book niches. So, let's just dive straight into this. Now, all these methods which I'm about to show you are nothing new. I've spoken about these plenty of times on the channel, but they're just really great ways to find niches. So if you struggle to find niches, keep watching this video so that you get a better understanding of how to find niches. So let's just dive straight in and get stuck in with this. So research method number 1 is going to be Amazon. Now with Amazon, what we want to use is use other people's author centrals. So depending on what type of book that you want to research will depend on what you put here in the search bar. For this instance, let's do a colouring book. We could do colouring books for kids. So let's do that. From here, all I want to do is click enter. Now, I'm not doing the research using the Amazon search bar. I want to find niches using other people's author centrals. So right here on the first page, what I want to go ahead and do is just start scanning through. So I'm going to go down to here and see if other people have author centrals. We can see just here, this person does. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and click right through. So let's click on that again, like so. Now, when looking through the first page, you can clearly tell who has an author central and who doesn't. If someone has an author central, this link right here, as we can see, is going to be clickable. So I can go right through this first page, going through all of the author centrals. I could click on this one as well. I could click on this one as well. Now, why do we want to do this? Well, to find more niches. So we use the seed keyword or the seed phrase up here in the search bar. For this instance, it's going to be colouring books, and it's going to be colouring books for kids. This could be planners, this could be sketchbooks, notebooks, any type of low or no content book. You can type that in here, because remember, we're only going through the first page to find those author centrals. Now what I would do from here is simply start looking through this author central to see what niches that they have published in. Now right off the bat, I can tell that most of these aren't colouring books. For this research, we're doing colouring books, so I'm going to go off of that publisher. Now let's scroll back down. Let's take a different one. We can now take this Silly Bear. Silly Bear is an amazing publisher, but we can still go through their niches to get ideas around niches for our own books. So if we scroll down to here, we can see this isn't a colouring book, so I'm going to go past that. But then we have an animal counting book. So I'm not really looking for that again, so we want a different type of author central. Let's do this one. Now remember that research takes time, but the more you research, the better ideas that you're going to come across. Now from here, on this author central, we can see so many niches. So let's scroll through. First one, animals. So that's what I'd want to type down in a notepad. So top tip, when you are doing niche research, use this as a brainstorm or a brainstorming idea session. You want to come up with so many niches and build out a niche list in the niches that you want to create books in. So what do I mean? I mean we're going to build out this list. So right now we have animals. Then we could have even more niches down here, and these are going to be niches for the colouring books. So if we keep scrolling through, we can see another animals. Keep scrolling through, we have unicorns, mermaids and princesses. So now I could write that down. Unicorn, mermaids, princess. Again, we're doing this to brainstorm a whole bunch of ideas first before we start diving deeper. This is the easiest way to do your niche research. Now, if we keep scrolling through, we can see colouring books for boys, cool animals. So they've got a lot of animals, which is telling me that animals sell a lot. Now, right here, we have cool colouring pages, inspirational. So that's going to be a niche. So we can do inspirational. I know I've spelt that wrong, but hey ho. Here we go. Inspiration. There we go. Then we have positive. That could be another niche. So I'm going to type that down. Now I'm going to keep scrolling through. We have vehicles, boats, planes, bikes. These are all niches. So let's take this, move that over. We have cars. Then we have trucks, bikes, planes, boats, and just vehicles in general. So let's do that. Vehicles. Right off the bat, just from this Author Central, we've already come up with so many niches, but again, I would just keep building that out. Then we have soccer. So that could be sports. Anything related to sports, soccer. So let's put sports. Let's put soccer. And I would just keep going through, having a look at all of these niches to find more niches. Now, why do I use Author Central? Well, it's because we can do some pretty cool stuff. So right here, this is their Author Central, but if we come down and look here, we can also see customers also bought items by, and then it gives us a load of pen names. From here, we can actually open these pen names in a new tab, like so. And then I could go through all of these niches as well. And then once I've done it on that seller, I can look through the next one. So I could now go through all of these, looking at all those niches. Then I could go through the third one, going through all of these niches and writing them down. And look, there's even more just here, pen names, that I could go through. So that's my niche research method, just by using Amazon and Author Centrals. Now, before we get on to the second, I'm just going to promote our course. Now, have you checked out the LCB Vault? Within here, we have 4 courses in one. We have Kids LCB, Q4 Profits, Simple Colouring Books, and the LCB Vault. Now, within here, we have just reached 100 plus videos just for the Vault alone. Now, in here, again, you can learn all the tips and tricks that I use in my own business to make a living from KDP. If that's something that you're interested in, click that link down in the description below. Anyway, back to here. That was my first research method. Now, the second research method that I want to talk about is just by using Google. So just by using Google, you can come up with so many great ideas. Now, how do we do this? Well, if you already watched quite a few of our videos, you will know exactly how. We can use lists. So lists of, then we can do animals, pets, sports, food, jobs. All of these are niches for colouring books. They're niches for colouring books, notebooks, composition notebooks, and so many other different types of books as well. But just by utilising Google, we can find all these different types of lists. Now, an example, which I always tend to use, is animals. But for this case, let's go to jobs. So we could do list of jobs, or we could do list of popular jobs. So let's click on enter and see what comes up. Now, right off the bat, we have this list of common jobs. So right here, I could go through to this website and just start taking a look at all of these niches. So if we scroll down, we can see we have accountant, actor, air steward, animator, architect, assistant, author, baker. These are all different types of niches that you can use to create your books around. So if we go back over to Amazon for just a second, let's go to all departments. And let's take one of these. So what was there? We have accountant, actor, all of these. Let's take that baker. So I wonder if there's someone or people searching for a Baker colouring book. Baker colouring book. Bam. They actually are. There's people looking for a baker's colouring book. So you could fill the gap in that market and actually go and create a baking colouring book. Or you could actually use this whole list of jobs, write them down in a spreadsheet or a notepad, like this one just here. You could write them all down so you have all these different types of niches. Then once you've got that huge list, you can go over to Amazon to see if there's demand. To see if there's demand is very, very simple. You can do that for free, or you can use that using paid tools. By using free tools, we can use this, which is AMS Suggestion Expander, which is going to put up all related keywords to this keyword, or we can also use SPT's Chrome extension. This is completely free to use as well, and you can get there by going to selfpublishingtitans.com. That's selfpublishingtitans.com, and you can download this and install it completely for free. And this is going to tell you if a niche is profitable. But nonetheless, this video isn't about trying to find demand. It's just about brainstorming ideas, and again, we can do that multiple ways. Google being the second easiest way, because look, if we type in lists of popular jobs, foods, animals, sports, we're going to come up with so many ideas. So that's the second research method. The third research method is by using Creative Fabrica. Very, very simple stuff. Now, how do we use Creative Fabrica to find niches? Well, relatively easy. There's a couple of different ways that we can do it. We can do it just by using graphics. So if we go onto the graphics, give that a second to load up as well. There we go. We can see all these different types of graphics, and these graphics are niches. So right here, autumn floral. That could be a niche. Autumn's a niche. Floral's a niche. Combined together, that could be a niche as well. So if I were still creating out or building out my niche list, I would write that just here. So I'd do autumn, like so. I would do floral. Again, these are niches. Then right here, we have gnomes. So I could type in gnomes. Then here, we have mouse. So that could be a mouse or mice. Then we have, that's not really a niche, but jungle. Jungle could be a niche. So if we go back over to Amazon just for a second, let's take away that baker and just do jungle. Amazon's auto-populating this with extra keywords. Look, jungle colouring book is populated here, so that means people are searching that. So you could dive even deeper to see if that was a niche. But that niche, jungle, is one niche out of thousands of niches here on Creative Fabrica. This is another reason why I love to use Creative Fabrica for niche research. But that's one way that you can do it here on the platform. Another way is to go to right here. So we can go to graphics, and then we can go to KDP Interiors. So first of all, we found niches for colouring books, but if you want to find different types of low content books, all these different types of niches, you can use the interiors just here, because look, 22,000 interiors here on the platform. And just by going through, you can find some really great ideas. Look at this first one, baby memory book. So right off the bat, let's just take this, baby memory book, and we can see all these different types of niches or keywords that people are searching for. So we have a baby memory book for twins, or a baby memory book for girl, baby memory book first 5 years. So this is all stuff that I could dive deeper into to see if that's profitable, but I wouldn't have known about the baby memory book unless I would have done that research here on Creative Fabrica. So that's why Creative Fabrica is another great way to actually do your research, because we can use it multiple different ways. First way, taking a look at graphics, going through all the graphics and writing down all of the niches that you see. Second way, going to the KDP Interiors section just here and looking through all the different ideas which there currently is on the platform. And again, there's over 22,000 results. Now another way, especially if you want to find niches for colouring books, you can simply go to graphics and then colouring books for adults or colouring books for kids. So if we click on the colouring book for kids, we can actually go through that first page and take a look and jot down all of those niches. So right off the bat, we have Halloween. Halloween is literally just a couple of weeks away now, so there's no point creating for that. But then we have Christmas, Thanksgiving, more Christmas, space, kawaii, more Christmas, forest animals. These are all niches that you can dive deeper into. And again, you're going to come across some really, really great ideas just for creating your books. So that's the third way. That is using Creative Fabrica. So let's do a quick recap before we end the video. The first way, just being Amazon. We want to use Amazon. We want to put in our key seed phrase or our long tail keyword. Then we're going to go through that first page. We want to find the authors with an author central. Then we want to click through. Then we can actually go through to see what all of these niches are, and we can use all these other sellers on the left hand side to spend a good few hours researching. So that was the first one. The second one being just using Google, because we can find lists of animals, sports, shows, not necessarily shows, but you get the idea. We can use Google to find so many great ideas: animals, sports, foods, jobs, and all of that good stuff. And that is why I also love to use Google. And then the third one being Creative Fabrica, just because the amount of content which is on here is absolutely crazy. And if you spend a good few hours researching, you can come across some really great ideas. But remember, you always want to build out a spreadsheet, a notepad, or anything like that. You want to build it out so you have a huge list of niches, and then you can use those niches to see if there's demand over on Amazon to see if you want to create that book. Now, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Also, go hit subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you can be notified for any further videos. That being said, I've been Paddy, this has been Stacking Profit, and I'll see you again soon.